internationally renowned alumna of the University of Edinburgh, who has held key roles in the legal and financial sectors, and also as a champion of gender equality. Karina's own career trajectory has been nothing short of stellar. She is one of the very few women globally to have held roles of such seniority in the field of retail and commercial banking. Most recently, as the Director of Retail Banking Supervision, and then Director of General Insurance and Conduct Specialists at the Financial Conduct Authority, Karina has shaped regulatory strategy. She is now moving on to an exciting new role with Visa Europe as their CRO. As Karina remarked upon herself, this will place her in the rare and privileged position of working with a CEO and chair who are both strong, respected, and inspiring women. This brings me then to Karina's enduring commitment to gender equality in the workplace and in the legal sector. It was during a conversation between Karina and Professor Leslie McCara, who at that time was Dean of the Law School, that the idea for the Edinburgh Foundation for Women in Law was conceived. Both Karina and Leslie were equally dismayed that despite gender parity in graduate students for many years, this was still not reflected at the highest levels of the legal profession. Each challenged the other to galvanize colleagues in legal education and in industry to take practical steps towards addressing this leaky pipeline. The Edinburgh Foundation for Women in Law was founded to realize this vision. It brings together senior women alumni from the law school with those at an earlier stage in their career and in legal education. This provides a platform to share experiences and best practices at events where all are welcome. The aim is to create a working environment in law where everyone can flourish. Karina is an inspirational woman. She is a role model for our students and for those who have ever wondered if they can succeed in law and the financial sector. Karina has broken glass ceilings, but she does not presume that this is straightforward, nor that the battle for equality has yet been won. Karina has shown she believes in deeds, not words, and we look forward to continuing the work of that foundation with her support in order to tackle the challenges of achieving gender equality within the law. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I now invite you to confer on Karina Trudy McTague the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws.
By the authority vested in me, I admit you to the degree. Congratulations. This is for you. Take some photographs. Thank you. If you'd like to give you a remark.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, Senators Academicus, ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply honoured to be admitted to this degree by my alma mater, and I'm privileged to be present at this celebration of the next generation of talent graduating from our prestigious Edinburgh Law School, and I congratulate you all. 100 years ago, after women were permitted to become lawyers, 40 years after Edinburgh Law School achieved gender parity in its graduates, the majority of solicitors are female. But the proportion of women in senior positions is far off that, and men are still 3 times more likely to become equity partners. Equality is also a long way off in other branches of the law, and even more disturbingly, there is a 42% gender pay gap. Scotland, as a modern, progressive and socially responsive country, needs its legal profession to reflect the society it serves. And yet, through the work of the Foundation for Women in Law, we have private witness to multiple injustices. Even in this day and age, women are still being denied opportunities because of their gender. And it is unconscionable that this should be happening in the very profession entrusted by society to uphold the law. The Law Society of Scotland and the Faculty of Advocates have demonstrated support for equality. Their well-intentioned measures, though, have not perhaps been as successful as we might have hoped for. To be successful, we need a collective endeavour drawing on all stakeholders, all branches of the legal profession, the Scottish Government, academia and students. The Foundation for Women in Law is uniquely placed to harness and leverage the capabilities across Edinburgh University and its wider network. And I call on each of you as graduates, whatever your gender, to claim and uphold the principle of fairness that the Scottish Parliament has enacted, in its spirit as well as the letter. Thank you.